The seller promises as to the status of the property? What does that mean? Hi, I'm Victoria Beauchamp.
I'm Kasey Hacking,
And let's talk real estate. Section 4 of the offer to purchase, the seller states that at the time of possession, the first one, the property will be free of all encroachments.
So this means you won't have anything encroaching onto your property. So maybe if a neighbor built a garage and the eaves troughs are on your property, or a shed or something like that, anything that's encroaching onto your property has to be listed here.
The next section is that the structure and improvements of the land will not encroach beyond the limits of the land.
So anything on your property is not encroaching onto someone else's property, or maybe a back lane that the city owns or the municipality owns, or anything like that. If there are no encroachments either way, this would be filled out as none and none. But if there are encroachments, you would want to fill out these two lines. And then below those lines, it also makes a note that everything, the way that the property was when you made the offer, has to be substantially the same as the day that the buyer takes possession.
The fourth section here is that the property will comply with all restrictions and requirements registered against the title, as well as all applicable zoning regulations. For example, each city municipality will have their own set of zoning bylaws. If there's anything different about the property, you would want to note that here. So some will have a variance. So let's say you built your garage closer to the property line than is typically allowed by the bylaws. You would note this in here.
And the last section of section 4 is 4B, and that goes over any additional promises that the seller is making to the buyer. So oftentimes what you'll see here is the seller is to provide an existing survey and zoning memorandum to the buyer. You could also have other promises that you put in this section, but that's the most common.